So the first thing I wanted to talk about today before we start the Qigong, like I said, is doing some energy medicine work. Specifically working with the triple warmer and the radiance circuits. The triple warmer we've talked about before. The triple warmer is a meridian that runs from your ring finger to just above the eye on both sides of the body. It's your fight or flight impulse. And back when we were cavemen, it was extremely important to, if you were attacked by an animal or something, it kicked in place and you took the appropriate action. Unfortunately, now in today's society, all the stressors that we're having overactivate the triple warmer. And when the triple warmer gets overstressed, you have issues with autoimmune, even your immune system. The spleen meridian really has to do with the immune system. And the triple warmer takes energy from every meridian except for the heart. And so if it depletes the spleen meridian, your immune system goes down and you have issues. So the more stressed you are, the more it leads to problems with the immunity. So what we're going to do is a couple things today to sedate the triple warmer, to increase the spleen meridian, and then also work with what's called the radiant circuits, or traditional Chinese medicine, they call it the strange flows, because they acted strangely. The meridians work along a very definite pathway. The radiant circuits flow from pathway to pathway, and they go where they're most needed. It's sort of the area that brings you joy. So you'll see it involves some smiling and things like that. And hopefully all of your practice, you're laughing and smiling. So let's get started. Can everybody hear me and the music okay? Just give me a thumbs up if you can. Great, thank you. Okay, so a couple of things that Donna Eden's been doing lately. Donna Eden is the premier person for energy medicine. Some of these we've done, some of these we do in our Qigong practice. You can see how they're all interconnected. This one sort of comes out of the four thumps, which we've done before, and again is on my website under the handouts. So all you're going to do with the thymus thump is just go ahead and hit into the center of your sternum and activate the immune system, activate the respiratory system. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and blow out through the mouth. Most of these that we're going to be doing with the energy medicine, you want to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. These couple are going to deal with your respiratory system. The next thing is clearing the lung channel. So we've talked about the lung channel. The lung meridian starts on your chest, goes down the arm and out the thumb. So what we're going to do is we're going to flush it, and then we're going to sort of activate it. So what I'd like to do is we're going to go backwards on it. So if this is lung one, this is lung one, and we're going to start at the thumb. Put your whole hand over the thumb, come up the arm, put your hand basically over your elbow, come up over the shoulder, come down to the front of your chest, throw it off. So that's going backwards. So now we're going to go 3 times forward. So start here on your chest, go up to your shoulder, down your arm, off the thumb, and throw it off. Twice more. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Now we've got to do the opposite side. So we're going to start at the thumb, come up, and now 3 times forwards. Good. So that activates the lung meridian. We're going to get into the triple warmer in a couple of minutes. There, what we're going to want to do is we're going to sedate it. So we're going to do almost the same thing, but the opposite. Another thing that's good for the respiratory system is working for this entire area in the sternum and just massaging it. You can use your fingers, you can use your knuckles. Just go from basically the top to bottom of the sternum and just work through there. This also activates your neurolymphatic points that we've talked about in the four thumps. So this gets the lymph draining. Little different from what's in the four thumps. If you remember the four thumps, we follow the bra line. This does something basically the same. Then we're going to put our hand over into the chest area here. That's lung one is about here. We're just going to put our fingers there and we're just going to massage this entire area. Just activating the beginning of the lung channel. Take a nice deep breath in, blow out through the mouth. And let's do the other side. Next thing we're going to do is what's called the neck stretch. We're going to basically start at the center of the jawline. We're going to see if I can do it this way. We're going to pull to the chin and to the ear. Just stretch that out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Then take the hand that's by the ear, go behind the ear just slightly. That's a triple warmer point. And the other hand from the thumb, you're going to go down the neck to the chest. Let's do that again. See if I can get up a little higher. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Good. One more time. Stretch apart, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Opposite side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One last time. Good. That's a little strange one, but it's opening up a number of different pathways there. The next one is sort of like spinal cord breathing, except we're not going to do it as quite as vigorously, and we're not going to use the arms. What we're going to do is put our hands just above the knees. And that's actually an activation point. As we breathe in, we're going to pull in our stomach and round our back. And then as we breathe out the mouth, the butt comes up, the stomach, you just push the stomach up and round the back the opposite way. One more time. You can see the similarities between energy medicine and Qigong. They're all absolutely related. The last one and this is a 7-day challenge that Donna Eden's doing on YouTube. So you can go on YouTube and you can follow along if you'd like. It's free. The last one they do is hands over the lungs and just breathe in. We've done plenty of that. So I'm going to skip over that for the moment and let's go right into the triple warmer. So to do a typical triple warmer flush, the way I originally learned it is exactly what we did for the lung meridian. But here we're going to do the opposite because we want to sedate the triple warmer. Now the triple warmer goes from your ring finger, goes up the arm, almost at the elbow, up the shoulder, comes up the neck, around the ear, and just above the eye. So what we're going to do is we're going to trace it first backwards 3 times. So we're going to start using a whole hand above the eye, over the ear, down the neck, down the shoulder, the arm, out the ring finger, and throw it away. Do that twice more. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go start with the ring finger and come up. We'll go forwards on it. So we're starting at triple warmer 1, coming up, bringing it up all the way to the eye and letting it go. 3 more times going backwards. Now, the reason we do it backwards, then forwards, then backwards again is because it's like if there's something stuck in there, there's a blockage. By continuing to push it, you're not going to get anywhere. So we're sedating it, and then we're changing the flow, and then we're sedating it again. That's the idea there. Let's switch to the opposite side. So we're going to start at the eye, come down the neck, all the way down off the ring finger. One more just to be safe. I've lost count, sorry. Now come up. And 3 times now, sedating. Now that's the way I learned originally. That's a little more involved. Donna Eden is now teaching one that she calls the triple warm smoothie. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and basically put them over your eyes. You're going to then breathe in and pull to the temples. Massage at the temples. Then you're going to take a deep breath in, come over the ears, and hang onto your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, dig the fingers into the shoulders, and then drag them down to your heart. Just take a nice deep breath in here, and let it go. And you can do that as many times as you want. That one's kind of a little quicker. Again, it's going against the flow, so it's sedating the triple warmer. Then you can also simply take your thumbs, been a little closer on this one. Put your thumbs essentially at the center of your forehead and press in there. Now, pull them apart till you get to your temples. Breathe in there, massage a little bit there. Then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to put them behind your head. And you're activating the points back here as well. And just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth a couple of times. And relax. Hopefully one of these at least is connecting to you. You're feeling something. You're going to have to decide which works best for you. Then we talked earlier about the spleen and how the spleen is important for your immune system. So this one combines the triple warmer and the spleen. So what you're going to do is you're going to go backwards on the triple warmer 3 times, like we did, okay? But then you do the spleen 3 times the right direction. So the spleen, you start at the outside of your big toe, you come up the inside of the leg, come up the body, go around to your armpit, and then drop down about 6 inches, throw it off. So we do that 3 times. And then of course you do the opposite side. Now we've done plenty with the triple warmer. If you want to just quickly, that's fine. And then come down, outside of the big toe, up the inside of the leg, up the torso, up the armpit, and then down about 6 inches, throw it off. This is stimulating the spleen meridian, hopefully activating and building your immune system. So that's called balancing the triple warmer and spleen. Then there's another way to calm the triple warmer. Very simple, and this you can do anytime you feel stressed. All you want to do is take your hands, put it over your throat. Take the opposite hand and just put it kind of over the temporal area of the ear. Sorry, can you see that there? And just breathe, relax. So you're going from this point to this point, so you're covering all of those points on the face. And then breathe in, breathe out, go down to the heart, relax. And then switch. And then when you feel ready, take a nice deep breath in, breathe out, down to the heart. Good. Then we have the triple warmer spleen hug. So what we're going to do, is we're going to put one hand over the area that just below your armpit. The other hand comes across to the elbow. And just hold this. And just breathe it in. This one, obviously, you can do in a meeting or anywhere. Nobody's even going to notice you're doing it. Just relax into it. You don't have to do any heavy breathing. Draw attention to yourself. And then whenever you're ready, you switch. Go under the arm, put your whole hand there, grab the elbow. So under the arm, you're grabbing spleen 21, and at the elbow, you're grabbing triple warmer 10. Spleen 21 is the end of the external spleen meridian. Triple warmer 10 obviously is somewhere in the middle. And then one more, and there are many, many more, but these are the couple that I've found that I like. So this one, put one hand over the heart. Then between, and I'll use my hand that has the ring, between the two knuckles of the pinky and the ring finger, you're going to put the hand on the heart, and you're just going to tap in the depression there between the two knuckles. This is called the gamut point. If you've ever done emotional freedom technique tapping, they use the gamut point. And then switch. So hand over the heart, find that space, and just go ahead and tap in there. Good. So those are the different exercises, if you want to call them that, for the triple warmer and the spleen. For the radiant circuits, it's really pretty simple. And a lot of these we've done. So if you go into the Wuji stance and just settle down into your feet, bend the knees just slightly, bring the hips forward, nice straight back. Feel like the top of the head is being lifted upwards. Just take a nice deep breath. And all we're going to do is we're going to let the hands, palms come up. You breathe in, turn the palms down, breathe out. And you can see that's very similar to a lot of Qigong that we've done. One more time. Good. Then one that's energy medicine, I think, is actually taken from Qigong. They even use the same term, connecting heaven and earth. They start out a little differently. Remember those points above your knee that they activate? So they start there. And they put the hands on the knees and just activate those points just a little bit. Breathe in, out through the mouth. Then breathe in, bring the hands up to the prayer position. And then breathe out, separate, connecting heaven and earth. Breathe in, come back to the prayer position. Breathe out, connect heaven and earth. You can see their version is slightly different than the ones I've done in the Qigong classes, but pretty much the same thing. Palm is up and down, they're flat. You just come back to a prayer position to switch. Where in Qigong, if you remember, we get the hands to rotate. We simulate those spirals in nature. Now they like to add a little bit to this, and it's similar to what we've done before. Next time your hand comes down, leave the other hand down and just go ahead and roll over nice and easy and just hang. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, just relax into it. Good. Now start turning figure eights with your hands. And just let the figure eights come up the body. So you notice I'm turning, pointing the fingers down. I'm going to work my way up. Rotate the hands over. So I'd work my way all the way over to the top of my head. And then go ahead, turn palms down, and just let it float down. Good. Hopefully that makes you feel happy, brings you joy. That's a couple of quick ones from Radiant Circuits over the next couple of weeks. I hope to bring you more. I'm actually presently taking a class of hers online, all about the Radiant Circuit. So let's go into a little bit from the 8 brocade. So let's go back to the Wuji stance. Breathe in, interlace the fingers, rotate the hands up, come up and slightly behind you, and come down. We breathe in. Look between the fingers as you come up. Then holding your breath, look forward. And drop the hands down as you breathe out. Good. Let's go into pulling the bow. So go to a wider stance. Put your right hand in front of the chest. Let the left hand sweep across your body until it's across from you. Pull in as if you're pulling a string while the other hand comes out, and your pointer fingers sticking straight up, and look along the line of the finger and pull to the opposite shoulder. Then that hand comes to the chest. We sweep across and pull to the opposite side. Breathe in as you pull the bow. Breathe out as you sweep across. One more time. Sweeping across, pulling the bow. Bring it to the center and down. Bring your stance in a little bit. Have your palms facing the floor. Owl looks back. We're going to rotate our hands so the thumbs come up and over and point as far back as you can while you look over one shoulder. Then rotate the hands back so the palms are flat again and your head is to the center. And then rotate them again and look over the opposite shoulder. One more time. Good. Let's change up a little bit. Let's do kicking to the 4 directions. So it's kind of a variation on what we did for breast health last time, but even more so. So get comfortable on one leg. Set that one leg as your post, bend the knee just a little bit. So if you lift your foot, you're nice and comfortable and you're set. Find a focal point about 12 feet in front of you and focus on that point. That will help a lot with the balance. If you have to put your foot down at any time, please don't hesitate to do so. If you find it's easy as we change directions, putting your foot down, great. Whatever works for you. Try to just, don't push yourself too much, but just try to do it as best you can and keeping in your comfort zone. So we're going to first kick forward. Then we're going to kick back. Now let's kick back the same way we did for breast health. So knee comes up, heel goes down, toes stay pointed. Sorry. One more time. Good. And now soccer kick, remembering to push with the heel. So you're twisting your foot as you're doing that. One more time, sorry. Balance isn't great today. And now to the side. Good, and shake it out. All right, now we're going to go to the other leg. Chances are this one's going to be a little tougher because your body usually starts you on your stronger side. So get into that post leg and then go ahead and kick forward. If you need something to hold on to, that's perfectly fine. Chair, wall, whatever. And back. Remember to push with the heel. And soccer kick to the side. And opposite side. And down and shake it out. Good. Let's put our feet fairly close together. Go ahead and just hang over again. With each breath, relax. See if you can drop a little bit lower. Don't lock out the knees, but you should be able to feel the stretch all through the back of the legs. Make sure to relax your head, let your neck stretch out. Intertwine your fingers, palms up, bend your knees so you're into a somewhat sitting position. Now pushing up with your legs so you're not working your back. Come up and bring the arms up. Bring the hands up in front of the body, rotating in front of you, palms up, and go up onto your toes. And then go down, back down, swan dive back down. Just hang for a second more. Again, interlacing your fingers, bending at the knees, pushing up from the legs. Hands come up the body, over the head, up onto your toes. And drop down to your flat-footed and lean to one side. Come back to the center. Lean to the opposite side. Back to the center. Twist. One side, then the other. Back to the center and down. One more time, we're going to do this breathing without dropping down. So the arms come up, hands come up over the head. To the side, breathe out. Breathe into the middle, breathe out. Breathe into the middle, breathe out to the side. Breathe into the middle, breathe out to the side. Breathe into the middle, breathe out and down. Good. Go to a little wider stance. Palms up. We're going to bring energy into our lower dantian. So we're going to pull that energy in so our hips come forward as our hands come back. Then our hips drop back as our hands rotate. So my hips come forward, pulling it in, and then drop back. Breathe in as the hands come towards you. Breathe out as they move away. Just see if you can feel the gathering of energy as your hands come around. And then they're pulling that energy into the lower dantian, into the area just below the belly button. It's where you store your vitality chi. One more time, and then we're going to move up to the middle dantian, the area of the heart. Same thing. Just picture you're pulling that energy into the middle dantian, filling the middle dantian with all of that wonderful energy. And then you can even think about it as your hands move away, you're removing whatever energy you no longer need, clearing any blockages, stagnation, filling the heart. One more time, and then we're not going to rotate the hands, we're just going to pull it into the forehead. The same idea here, see if you can feel the gathering of the energy and then bringing it into that upper dantian. Imagine gold light filling your head. And as your hands sweep back, they're removing any negative thoughts, any blockages, stagnation, giving you clearer thinking and higher intuition. One more time, and we'll come back to the heart, in the middle Dantian. And now to the lower Dantian. Good, and slow it down. And put one hand over the other over the lower Dantian. Just take a moment to check in. Notice what's going on in your body. Notice where the energy is running, where the energy is not, where there's some stagnation, where there's some tension. Just identify it and then move on. Let's do another flow, circular flow. One arm pebble in the pond. So we're going to come out, or your right hand is going to be below the lower Dantian, palm up. Left hand comes out, around, scooping up the energy and bringing it in. You then shift your weight, and the other hand, your right hand, comes out. There's a nice transfer of weight here. And as your hand runs out and it's flat, try to feel like it's running along the surface of water. And then it's gathering the water, that energy, and bringing it into the lower Dantian. One more time, each side. And then we're just going to transition into two-hand pebble in the pond. So we're just going to come around. We're going to go out and then in. So again, use the hips. So the arms don't have to travel nearly as far, if at all. You're scooping up that energy, bringing it in. One more time. Let's do repulse the monkey. So you're going to turn so your right hand is in front of you, your left hand is behind you. The left hand scoops up energy, brings it into the head. Then takes what it no longer needs and pushes it down the arm and out the fingers. Then the hand turns over, the other hand scoops back, brings it into the head. Breathe out as you're pushing the energy down and out the arm. Breathe in as you're scooping up that energy. Try to feel the energy going down the arm, out the fingertips, especially when you get to palm over palm. You might feel a resistance there. And that's where you really want to push it out and beyond the fingers. Bringing fresh energy into the head. once again for clear thinking. One more time. And drop the hands down. Let's do a circular rise and fall. So you're going to come up the body and then go forward. Slight rocking here, so your hips come forward as your hands come up and towards the body, and the hips move away as your hands move away. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you go down. Let the hands just kind of drift. It's more like they're being lifted by the wrists, and then they're floating out. One more time. And just have the hands point down to the earth. Make that connection to the earth energy. Feel the energy coming out of your palms, those Laogong points. And feel the energy coming up from the earth as you breathe in, into the arms, the chest, throughout the rest of your body. And let's go into Kuan Yin Paints the Rainbow. So with your left hand, you're going to come forward, lift the right hand, and drop down. And let's start. So the left hand floats up, comes around, lifts the right hand, and down. Then we switch. Right hand floats up around, gathering up energy, lifting up the left hand and down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to feel that energy activation in your hands, especially in your fingertips, in your palms. One more time. And down. Bring your feet together. Take your right hand, put it over below the lower dantian. Left hand palm up, scoops up the energy. Thumb and first finger separate. As you breathe out, the thumb faces the central line of your body and comes down the body. When it gets down to the bottom, you switch. Breathe in. Nice long exhale through the nose. Try to feel the energy coming out of that space between the thumb and the first finger. Called the tiger's mouth. One more time, and then we're going to stop as we come down at the upper dantian. Picture gold light coming out of the tiger's mouth, going into the area of your third eye, your upper dantian, filling your whole brain cavity, skull, head with a beautiful golden loving light, dispelling any darkness, any negative thoughts, any stagnation. And then drop the hand down to the middle dantian. Red light coming out of the tiger's mouth, going into that area of the heart and the lungs, filling that middle dantian with the warm, loving red light. Dispelling any negative emotions, any darkness, any blockages, any stagnation. Filling it with a brilliant, loving red light. And drop the hand down to the middle dantian and let the other hand come up. Do the same thing. Stop at the upper dantian. Gold light, topping off what we've already put in there, to the point where it's expanding beyond your physical body, surrounding your head, going way above your head, and drop it down to the middle dantian. Let that red light continue to fill the heart area, the middle dantian, as that energy also expands beyond your physical body. It starts to blend with the gold light from above in the upper dantian. And then come down to the lower dantian, one hand over the other, doesn't matter which. So one palm is over the other, either holding at the wrist or interlacing the thumbs. White light coming out of your palms, filling your lower dantian with all of that energy. Just let your body rock and sway, let it relax as the energy pushes you around, as it moves to where it's needed, as it spirals down your legs and up your torso. As that little pearl that's your lower dantian gets brighter and expands outward. And as it expands, it encompasses the energy of the middle dantian, the energy of the upper dantian, until your entire body is aglow with energy and you're encased in a protective, energetic cocoon. And just allow yourself to float weightlessly inside the cocoon. Become aware of the feeling of being safe. Being healthy. Being at peace. Take a nice deep breath and gather those feelings and take them with you for the rest of the day. Thank you.